All right, it's time for Showbiz, and Miss G is here. Hello, Miss G.
Hello, Israel. So, Stonebwoy was in multimedia earlier today. He was on Joy Prime Showbiz Now, and he's been speaking about a lot of things. But there was an interesting question about whether he thinks he's a dancehall king or not, posed by the host KMJ, and here's how Stonebwoy reacted.
Sincerely speaking, it's just like Otunfo having to now say that he's the king. It's a cliche. Simple. Otunfo doesn't have to say, I am Otunfo, I am Otunfo. He's rather, it's done. He doesn't have to say it. So who knows, knows. Who doesn't is not will know. Seen? It's as simple as that. That's how I see my movement, because over the years I think I should be the most awarded reggae dancer artist in Africa.
You think you've not gotten enough of that?
I mean I should be the most awarded reggae dancer artist in Africa currently, because the Afrimas we saw, and I've won the Afrimas twice. Out of 5 years, the reggae dancer category have been picked up twice by me. So that on the side, pick the BETs, Ghana Music Awards South Africa Artist of the Year, Reggae Dancer Artist of the Year, Ghana Music Awards UK. I don't really remember some of the things there, but the works have spoken, and then you know, being around the place representing for reggae music and dancehall music with the blend of Afro beats as well.
Well, you can't argue with that. I mean, if you're talking about awards, or if you're saying it has to do, or you being king of dancehall has to do with the number of awards you've picked up, you can't argue with that.
Well, so this interview was in preparation for his 28th concert at Fantasy Dome, and I heard on that same day Shatta Wale also plans to have an event. So we're going to see, you know, people are referring to the fact that Stonebwoy said Shatta had a free concert and his is paid for. So we're going to see the difference on. So
there are two shows on the same day.
On the same day, and Shatta returned last night, we were told, to a rousing welcome at the airport. So let's see, from his militants, from the villagers. Let's see them. So that's Shatta Wale back to the village. We are welcome. And now we can also talk about another dancehall artist, Jupiter, who is not excited about how musicians were, you know, treated at the Afrima village. You know, there was a village before the awards, and he says that he was built to perform, but some Nigerian, he just thought that, you know, he had to call the shot at the time. It was almost time for him to go on stage.
To perform at the jam at the Independence Square. I went there with my band to perform. My team actually were there. They prepared for me to come and perform, and all of a sudden I heard there was a fight. What was the fight about? Somebody who was supposed to pay that didn't get his paid, and he happens to be a DJ, and the DJ was pissed off, and then he left the stage, and that actually affected my performance. And speaking from an artistic point of view, I think if I've actually posted on my social media that I'm coming to perform at this big platform. Listen, it was live on DSTV, where the whole world was watching. Oh, Afrima is in Ghana now. Let me see how it's gonna go. People will definitely make comparisons. And what happened there that night, it was miserable. Listen, that was the first time I felt so bad. When it comes to Ghanaian entertainment, I was like, do you guys actually brought your things here too? Are you serious? until the lady came on stage, the minister. She came on stage, and I think she was even being attacked, honestly speaking, you know, by the people. People were throwing things at her and all that because they waited for 2 hours and nothing was going on because of this, how do you call it, miscommunication and mismanagement, and, you know, poor organization and stuff like that. And I believe that has nothing to do with her, but the organization, people who do organize our stuff. And you know what happened? The part that I felt really sad was where a Nigerian took over and was like, you know what, give me the shit. May I SHEET, not the, you know, yeah. Let me take control from here because it looks like the Ghanaians can't handle their own artists. It's shameful.
You heard somebody saying that?
I'm telling, that's what I saw. I didn't hear it. I saw a Nigerian now calling other artists. Okay, you go next, you go next. I left it there.
So you couldn't perform?
I couldn't. I did not.
Because of that?
Yes.
Looks like we haven't had the last, you know, of Afrima. But now
we're supposed to have another Afrima next year.
Yes, we're supposed to have next year and 2020 as well.
Except if Bulldog has his way, it's not going to happen.
Well, we've signed the contract already. I don't know how that's ever going to happen. You know, our minister is taking pride in that. But gospel musician Francis Ajay, of course, a veteran one for that matter, thinks that gospel musicians these days have lost focus. They are now dwelling on the flesh. They don't know what the good book says.
You just delve deeper into the spiritual realm and then get it from the Lord and then give it out. But now we've lost that. We've lost that. So we're doing gospel like an entertainment, something that we are doing. What I can say again is that, number two, the musicians, they don't have any church going. They don't belong to a particular church. They are like freelance singers going back and forth, doing what they want. So they are not under any authority. So they feel free to do whatever they want. So that is another aspect. So you see a gospel musician, those that my manager mentioned, I mean like Tego Sisters, Daughters of Lord Jesus, and all those veterans, they all belong to a particular church. You could trace Daughters of Lord Jesus, and if you go to Resurrection, Living Bread, they are there. If you take Edamreku, for instance, he's an elder in the Church of Pentecost, Francis Ajay, Church of Pentecost. You take Helena Rabo, you can trace the church that she worshiped with. I mean, these days you can get that. Somebody will stay in the music industry for maybe 5 years or 10 years. You see that he's gone through a lot of churches because he goes to the church to get something from the minister. So whenever he doesn't get it, I mean, he leaves the church, he goes to a different place. I mean, so it's becoming something very difficult in the system. So they are not under any authority. They should belong. Number one, you must know Christ. You must know Jesus Christ. Most of them don't know Jesus. If you know Jesus, you're humble.
Okay, that's veteran musician, you know, Francis Ajay. Anyway, so...
Okay, so now let's get on to something I've been talking about for some time now. Yeah, I promised...
Because I want to take a picture with the winner.
Okay, so I promised that we're going to announce the person who is going to go with me on the Taste of Asia tour, 3-nation tour. We have shortlisted 23 people.
Hey.
And the 23 people expect to be tagged in the next few minutes in this poster. And then we're going to pick the winner on JoyNews Interactive tonight.
Whoa! I can't wait to see who that lucky person will be.
If you were ever, or if you ever posted a comment or an answer to the 2 questions that we posed, just be on standby, because you never know. You may be the one who's going to go with me
to Asia.
To Asia.
Hey, 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 hey.
All right.
Hey, I'm dancing for the person already. Hey,
yeah. Okay, so we're going to be doing that announcement on JoyNews Interactive. You just have to stay tuned, and it's going to happen in a bit. But that'll be it for those of you who are watching us on Joy Prime. The news continues on the Joy News channel. But yeah, if you want to go to Asia, and if you want to know who's going to go to Asia, stay tuned for JoyNews Interactive later on in the bulletin.